alloys, and then check this out. I think we need to do exhaust for the Veyron when we get back. Look at that. That is carnage. Rift exhaust on the back.
The automotive world never stays quiet for long when Matt Armstrong uploads a new video. But this time the attention feels even bigger than usual. Fans who have been following his Bugatti journey already know that every small update turns into a major discussion online. What started as a difficult rebuild project has now become one of the most watched automotive stories on YouTube. In his recent update, Matt hinted that his Bugatti Veyron may need a completely new custom exhaust system, and that single moment immediately sent car fans into debate mode. For most normal cars, changing an exhaust is not considered shocking news. Many owners replace stock systems to improve sound or performance. But a Bugatti Veyron is not a normal car. This is one of the most complicated and expensive machines ever built for the road. Every single part inside the car is designed around extreme speed, massive heat, and engineering precision. Even something that sounds simple, like an exhaust replacement, becomes a huge challenge when dealing with a Veyron. That is why Matt's comment created so much excitement. During the video, Matt looked at another Bugatti fitted with a Rift exhaust system and immediately became interested in doing something similar for his own car. The damaged exhaust looked aggressive and dramatic, almost like race car hardware instead of something built for a luxury hypercar. Fans instantly began imagining how Matt's Veyron would sound with a custom setup. But the excitement around this idea is not only about louder noise or visual style. It represents something much bigger. Matt Armstrong has slowly become the symbol of independent car rebuilding on YouTube. Every time he repairs a component that people believed only Bugatti could handle, he proves that passion and determination can sometimes compete with giant manufacturers. That is why the audience reacts so emotionally to every update. The Veyron project no longer feels like a normal rebuild series. It feels like a battle between independent creators and the traditional automotive world. At the same time, Matt's Bugatti Chiron project continues creating headlines everywhere online. The Chiron has been one of the hardest projects of his entire career. From cooling issues to damaged parts and endless mechanical problems, the car has fought him at every stage. Yet Matt keeps returning to the garage and slowly solving problem after problem. This is one of the biggest reasons why viewers stay invested. They are not only watching a luxury car being repaired, they are watching someone refuse to quit under pressure. Modern YouTube audiences love stories that feel personal, emotional, and difficult. Matt's Bugatti journey checks all those boxes perfectly. The recent exhaust discussion also arrived during a difficult week for Bugatti as a brand. Many rumors and business stories have been spreading through the automotive community. Discussions about Porsche stepping away from ownership structures, concerns about future part supply, and questions about the long-term future hypercar brands have created uncertainty online. Whether every rumor is fully true or not, the important detail is that public confidence has started changing. Wealthy collectors who once viewed Bugatti as untouchable perfection are now seeing independent creators work on these cars outside official factory systems. That changes the conversation completely. Years ago, most people believed only Bugatti technicians could repair or modify these vehicles safely. Now millions of viewers are watching Matt Armstrong attempt exactly that inside a garage on YouTube. That alone makes this story fascinating. The exhaust itself has become symbolic. It is no longer just metal pipes and heat shielding. It represents freedom to customize, freedom to repair, and freedom to challenge old assumptions. Fans now wait for every upload, hoping to see another breakthrough moment. Some people want to hear the Veyron with a louder exhaust note. Others simply want proof that these cars are not impossible to maintain outside factory walls. Either way, the anticipation around Matt's next upload continues growing. Monday's promised video suddenly became one of the most talked about automotive uploads online because viewers feel like something important could happen. Whether it's cooling system success, exhaust upgrades, or another dramatic surprise, the audience is fully invested in the story. One reason this Bugatti story has become so popular is because the Veyron and Chiron are not ordinary supercars. These vehicles were designed to break limits that most manufacturers never even attempt to reach. The Bugatti Veyron shocked the world when it first appeared because it pushed performance into territory people thought was impossible for a road car. With its giant W16 engine, multiple turbochargers, and unbelievable top speed, the car became a symbol of engineering excess. It was not built to be practical. It was built to dominate headlines and prove what modern engineering could achieve when money was almost no object. Later, the Chiron pushed those ideas even further. But the same complexity that makes these cars legendary also makes them extremely difficult to repair. A normal sports car already generates a huge amount of heat during aggressive driving. A Bugatti operates at an entirely different level. The engine produces massive temperatures, and the cooling systems are designed with incredible precision. There are several radiators, complicated airflow systems, advanced electronics, and expensive materials working together at all times. Even small failures can create serious problems. That is why many people believed independent rebuilders would never successfully repair one after heavy damage. Manufacturers often design these systems to work exactly as intended from the factory, with little room for experimentation. But Matt Armstrong's projects have started challenging that idea publicly. Throughout the rebuild process, viewers have watched him struggle with coolant leaks, damaged parts, and endless fitting issues. Every new episode feels like another difficult chapter in a long story. Instead of hiding failures, Matt includes them in the videos. That honesty is a major reason why audiences trust him. Viewers see the frustration, the setbacks, and the long hours spent trying to solve problems that would scare away most mechanics. The custom exhaust conversation adds another layer to the story because exhaust systems on hypercars are not simple cosmetic upgrades. They affect heat management, airflow, engine behavior, sound tuning, and sometimes even reliability. Bugatti engineers spent years developing systems capable of surviving extreme conditions at incredibly high speeds. Changing those systems means stepping into complicated engineering territory. That is why fans find the idea exciting. If Matt successfully installs a custom exhaust while keeping the car functional and reliable, it becomes another example of independent modification, succeeding where many believed only factory support could work. The mention of riff exhaust systems also caught attention because these setups have developed a reputation for aggressive sound and visual drama. Many enthusiasts love them because they transform already powerful cars into something even more emotional. Hypercar owners often want their vehicles to feel unique, and custom exhausts are one of the fastest ways to create personality. But there is another important side to this conversation. Factory Bugatti parts are famously expensive. Stories about massive maintenance bills have followed the brand for years. Even regular service appointments can cost more than entire sports cars from other manufacturers. Exhaust systems, cooling components, and electronic systems all involve huge financial commitments. Because of that, independent solutions become attractive not only for performance, but also for practicality. Matt's audience understands this clearly. They know he is not simply modifying cars for attention. He is also trying to prove that alternative solutions can exist. This connects strongly with the wider right-to-repair movement happening across many industries today. People increasingly question whether manufacturers should control repair access so tightly. Matt's rebuilds have unintentionally become part of that larger conversation. Millions of viewers now see firsthand how difficult modern manufacturers can make repairs, especially for highly specialized vehicles. Yet they also see determination overcoming obstacles step by step. The emotional connection grows because viewers begin rooting for the builder instead of the corporation. Every solved issue feels like a small victory for independent creativity. Every successful startup or repaired system becomes proof that knowledge and persistence still matter. The Veyron exhaust discussion may sound like a simple modification topic on the surface, but underneath it represents something much larger. It represents the idea that these legendary machines can evolve outside official factory control. For many viewers, that possibility is more exciting than the car itself. Another reason this story has exploded online is because Matt Armstrong understands how to turn mechanical work into emotional storytelling. Many automotive channels show repairs, upgrades, or restorations, but very few create the same level of anticipation around every upload. Matt's videos work because they feel personal. The audience sees stress, uncertainty, excitement, and relief in real time. When he says a project has been difficult, viewers believe him because they have already watched previous failures happen on screen. This emotional honesty creates strong audience loyalty. People no longer watch only for the cars. They watch for the journey. The Bugatti rebuild especially has become something larger than normal YouTube content. Every update now feels connected to a bigger narrative involving risk, pressure, engineering, and reputation. During the recent teaser, Matt casually mentioned that Monday's upload would be a good one. For casual viewers, that might sound like a normal promotional statement, but longtime followers immediately recognize that Matt rarely speaks dramatically unless something major has happened. That small sentence created huge anticipation online because audiences understand the emotional history behind this project. The Chiron rebuild has already pushed Matt through endless technical battles. Cooling systems have caused repeated frustration. Radiator placement, coolant leaks, and overheating concerns have become recurring themes throughout the series. In normal circumstances, many rebuilders would likely walk away from such problems, especially considering the value and complexity of the car. But Matt continues moving forward, and viewers admire that persistence. The script attached to this topic repeatedly uses the phrase, defeated Bugatti, and while the wording is dramatic, it captures why audiences feel emotionally invested. The rebuild now symbolizes more than fixing a damaged car. It symbolizes proving that independent builders can succeed despite impossible odds. Whether viewers fully agree with that narrative or not, the emotional power behind it is undeniable. Social media has amplified the story even further. Every time Matt uploads, clips spread across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and automotive forums almost instantly. Fans analyze every frame, searching for clues about progress. Did the engine run longer? Did coolant temperatures stabilize? Was that exhaust sound different? These conversations create constant engagement between uploads, which helps keep the project alive in public discussion. The Bugatti projects have become serialized entertainment similar to television episodes. Viewers return because they want to see the next chapter. This type of storytelling is extremely effective in the modern YouTube environment. Instead of delivering all information immediately, Matt slowly builds suspense across multiple uploads. The audience feels rewarded when breakthroughs finally happen because they remember the earlier struggles. The emotional payoff becomes stronger. Another important factor is relatability. Even though Bugattis are multi-million-dollar hypercars beyond normal reach, the rebuilding process itself feels relatable. Many viewers have experienced frustration while fixing cars, motorcycles, computers, or household equipment. They understand the emotional cycle of failure, followed by problem solving. Matt's videos magnify that experience to an extreme level, but the core emotions remain familiar. That is why people who may never own a supercar still enjoy the content deeply. The custom exhaust discussion also feeds perfectly into this emotional formula. Car enthusiasts love upgrades that transform sound and personality. Exhaust systems create instant emotional reactions because they change how a car feels. A Bugatti already sounds dramatic, but custom setup promises something even more aggressive and unique. Viewers naturally become curious about how Matt's Veyron might evolve. At the same time, they also understand the risks involved. Modifying such a complex vehicle could create new challenges related to heat, tuning, or reliability. That uncertainty makes the story more exciting. Successful YouTube storytelling often depends on balancing hope and danger at the same time. The audience must believe success is possible while also fearing failure could happen. Matt's Bugatti content achieves that balance extremely well. Every video feels uncertain until the final moments. Sometimes progress happens. Sometimes new problems appear immediately afterward. That unpredictability keeps viewers emotionally connected. As the rebuild continues, many fans now feel emotionally attached to the outcome itself. They want to see the Chiron fully functional not just because they love the car, but because they want to see effort rewarded after years of struggle. While Matt Armstrong's rebuild story continues gaining momentum online, the wider automotive industry has also been experiencing major changes behind the scenes. Hypercar manufacturers like Bugatti operate in an environment filled with pressure, massive development costs, and changing market expectations. Years ago, companies focused mainly on building faster and more powerful gasoline-powered vehicles. But today, the automotive world is changing rapidly because of electric technology, environmental regulations, and shifting customer interests. Brands must balance tradition with innovation while also protecting their image. This creates difficult decisions at the corporate level. In recent months, discussions surrounding Porsche, Volkswagen Group, and Bugatti have created uncertainty across enthusiast communities. Many online conversations focus on Porsche reducing involvement in certain ownership structures and what that might mean for Bugatti's future. Some commentators quickly turn these developments into dramatic predictions about collapse or instability. In reality, large automotive businesses constantly adjust partnerships and investments based on long-term strategies. However, public perception matters enormously in the luxury car world. Even rumors can influence how collectors and enthusiasts feel about a brand. That is why these discussions became so important during Matt's rebuild journey. The timing created an interesting contrast. On one side, viewers watch corporate headlines discussing ownership structures and financial pressure. On the other side, they watch an independent creator slowly bringing damaged Bugattis back to life inside a garage. That contrast made Matt's story feel even more symbolic. Fans began seeing him as proof that passion-driven work could survive outside giant corporate systems. Whether that interpretation is completely fair or not, it became emotionally powerful online. Wealthy collectors often buy hypercars partly because of exclusivity and factory prestige. Companies like Bugatti carefully build reputations around perfection, rarity, and technical mastery. Customers expect not only incredible speed, but also elite service experiences. When independent creators publicly repair or modify these vehicles, it slightly changes how audiences perceive them. Suddenly, the cars appear less mysterious and less untouchable. That shift is fascinating because exclusivity has always been central to Bugatti's image. The right to repair conversation also becomes important here. Around the world, consumers increasingly question why manufacturers limit repair access through proprietary tools, software, or expensive service requirements. This issue affects phones, computers, tractors, medical equipment, and modern cars. Matt Armstrong's Bugatti projects unintentionally entered that debate because viewers saw firsthand how difficult access to parts and systems can become. Yet they also saw that determination and creative thinking could overcome many barriers. For supporters of independent repair culture, Matt became a symbol of persistence. Another interesting detail is how social media changes public power. Years ago, a company could mostly control narratives around its products through advertising and traditional media. Today, independent creators can reach millions of viewers directly through YouTube. A single successful rebuild video may influence public opinion more than expensive marketing campaigns. This creates a completely different environment for luxury brands. Audiences trust creators because they feel more authentic and transparent. Matt's willingness to show mistakes, frustrations, and failed attempts makes his content feel human. Corporate messaging often feels polished and distant by comparison. That difference helps explain why viewers connect emotionally with his journey. The custom exhaust discussion perfectly fits this changing landscape. Instead of blindly accepting factory limitations, enthusiasts increasingly celebrate customization and experimentation. They enjoy seeing builders push boundaries creatively. A one-of-one exhaust system on a Bugatti represents individuality and independence, two values strongly connected to internet car culture. Younger audiences especially appreciate builders who personalize expensive vehicles instead of preserving them untouched inside collections. To them, cars are meant to be experienced, modified, and enjoyed. Matt Armstrong understands this mindset extremely well. His content balances luxury hypercar fascination with relatable garage energy.